few weeks ago, one player entered a completely new secret dimension in Minecraft. A place full of visual glitches, endless broken world generation, and something no one has ever seen before. And since then, nobody has heard from Jack27 again. Until today. One player got tired of waiting. He wanted answers. Was Jack still alive? Was the dimension even real? So he decided to find it himself, no matter what it takes. And that player is Aura Farmer.
Oh my gosh, what is that name?
Okay, well, it didn't exactly happen like that. Yesterday I got a message from complete stranger. It was him, Aura Farmer. He was basically swearing that he found Jack's world and that he can find him, which is just impossible. So obviously I didn't believe him. I wasn't about to waste my time on this Aura Farmer. But for some reason I still watched the short clip he sent, and to my surprise, he wasn't lying. Apparently he was just trying to join his friend's server, something like aging SMB or whatsoever. But he must have typed the IP wrong or something, because he ended up in Jack's world. The same world, with the same glitches, the same unnatural terrain, unexplainable world generation, the same thing. The dimension that was never supposed to be found. But Aura Farmer, he was ready to explore, ready to find Jack. But nothing could have prepared him for what was he about to discover as he begins his search in Minecraft's 5th dimension. Okay, so immediately I messaged Aura Farmer. I played it cool, you know, glazed him a bit, made it seem like we are friends, did a little yapping, and eventually I got him to record his entire POV and send it to me. Yes! We are back! And a few days later, Aura Farmer sent me a footage. So let's take a look at it. And as he joins, we can see that Jack is actually there. He's online and he even types to me. Okay, well, I did not know Jack speaks enchantment, and I also have no idea what language Aura Farmer is speaking. Okay, that is strange, because when we were watching from Jack's POV, he was typing normally, so why is he now speaking in whatever language this is? I don't know. Aura Farmer gives up on typing pretty quickly, but what we can do is actually translate it, and when we do, we got this message. So it looks like Jack can clearly see Aura Farmer's messages, and somehow he understands him as well. But it doesn't work the other way around, which is really weird. Eventually Jack sends one last message, basically telling him not to try and find him. Now, of course, Aura Farmer didn't think about translating it, so he has no idea what Jack just said, and he just keeps playing anyway. Now, first of all, this Aura Farmer guy, okay, from now on, we are just calling him AF. I don't think I need to explain why. He's gonna have to earn that name first. So, AF is not exactly the best Minecraft player. Apparently he has seen my video. You better did, buddy. So he thinks he knows where to go to find Jack. But yeah, we'll see about that. Because while he is getting the basic resources, this guy starts branch mining for diamonds. Which is fine, unless you are doing it at completely wrong height level. With a stone pickaxe! Yeah, anyway, we are skipping the first 45 minutes of this. And eventually, he grabs Jack's leftover gear, and he heads toward the lost village. He finds the village pretty quickly, and yeah, it still looks exactly the same as when Jack left it. No houses, completely empty. Same well, same tunnels underneath, nothing changed. So AF just follows the path. And it actually looks like he knows exactly where he's going, which is great, because this guy is moving. No stopping, no hesitation. He rushes through the caves, gets to the trial chamber, and finds the never-ending tunnel again. Yeah, these tunnels are really long, but eventually he makes it to the first completely unnatural structure on this seed, the underground village. AF doesn't waste much time here. He checks a few houses, looks at the farms, and then just continues, still focused on finding Jack. Now, Jack has been completely silent this whole time. No messages, nothing. Which is kinda shame, because if AF understood what we figured out earlier, he could probably find Jack way easier. Also, here is something I didn't mention before. AF never found one thing in these tunnels that Jack did. The door maze. The same one Jack went through. It should be here, in this tunnel. The exact same path AF is taking right now, but it's just gone. Like it was never there. I don't really know what that means or how that's even possible. But honestly, it doesn't even matter that much, because AF is already heading toward the lost city. And the city looks the same too. Nothing changed, but this time AF actually takes his time. He explores the whole cave, searches pretty much everything, and it's a good thing that he did, because inside the tree he finds something Jack completely missed. On the staircase, there is a hidden trapdoor. He opens it, climbs down a ladder, and finds a small room. Just a cave, tree roots everywhere. Eventually, he finds a bed and a lectern with a book. We should not have come. There is a place where the world breaketh, and we did walk there. At first we laughed, called it a wonder. Fools! It seeth thee, not by eye, but by knowing. Men began to go, not run, not lost, go, as if they were told. I saw one turn back, if for his face, but it was not him. It looked through me, like I were nosed. More are gone now, the others say stay calm, they lie. They know, something waited there, not beyond, there. I hear it when all is still. Do not follow, do not answer, do not let it know thee. Okay, so this looks like more lore about the borderline? I don't know, it's kinda hard to fully understand. But it definitely hints at people disappearing, maybe from this city. It kinda feels like something or someone was haunting this place. I don't know. Anyway, AF moves onto the puzzle area. He actually manages to lock himself in for a second. Yeah, great job, silly. But eventually he gets out and continues. And back to the tunnels again. Endless tunnels. I honestly forgot how long these are, so let's just do a quick recap. Tunnel after tunnel, getting narrower and narrower, until AF reaches what looks like the end, the fake end. Then the village rooms, but this time there are no villages. They are just gone, which makes no sense. They were trapped. How do they just disappear? Anyway, AF keeps going. He enters what I believe is the nether roof, which is exactly where Jack's recording got corrupted. But for AF, everything is fine. No glitches, no crash, just a path forward. And as he continues, he finds something. A massive hole, going straight down. From this point on, we have no idea what's next, no idea what's waiting, what's prepared, nothing. All we know is that Jack only continued recording when he found that weird portal, but for those missing 90 minutes, just black screen. Anyway, AF gets a really stupid idea. He wants to jump. Like, actually jump down the hole. I mean, is he serial? If this is another roof, there's probably no water down there. And that's where the first video ends. Yeah, great. So AF sends me this, hoping I will figure out which way he should go next. Like bro, how am I supposed to know that? We have no footage from Jack, and there are 4 possible paths to go. My guess is literally just as good as his. But then I actually realized something. There was one thing I completely forgot. Back in that first folder Jack left, there weren't just 3 videos, there were also notes. I didn't really talk about them before, but now they are actually really important. They are basically Jack's quick notes, like everything he saw from the very beginning, which is honestly amazing, because with these notes we can actually figure out which path Jack took, and maybe even where he is right now. So I message AF the correct directions, and a few days later he sends me another video. Okay, now this is a problem. There is no mention in Jack's notes about these multiple holes in the wall, which is weird because Jack literally wrote down almost everything. Still, AF notices some gravel placed on the ground, so he decides to follow that tunnel. But that's when I realized something else. Before Jack's recording got corrupted, he didn't have any gravel in his inventory, and there is literally no way he could have gotten any in this area. A little strange, isn't it? But I guess it doesn't matter, it looks like all the tunnels lead the same way anyway. As AF continues, he finds himself in another large cave, and in the middle there is this creaking statue. Yeah, not creepy at all, but that's not even the weirdest part. Behind the statue there is something written on the walls. Numbers with colors, and below that few item frames. So yeah, this is obviously another puzzle. I went back to Jack's notes again. There is mention of this cave, but nothing about the puzzle. Of course, very helpful. And I'll be honest, I have no idea how to solve this. I mean, I can see 4 main numbers and 5 item frames, so I'm guessing we need some kind of 5-digit combination, probably for the item frames. So I tried dividing them by 4, since there are 4 colors, and I got these numbers, which could work, but we are missing the 5th number, and that's where I got stuck. We have seen puzzles in this world before, but at least last time there was some kind of hint. This time, nothing. Yeah, or maybe I'm just not that smart, I don't know. But it doesn't even matter, because Aura Farmer, well, he finds his own solution. Well, okay, that works. And since Jack mentioned this cave in his notes, it means he was here too, which makes it even more interesting. But how did he solve it? Anyway, AF keeps going, running through more tunnels, until he runs into something uncanny. Okay, yeah, that was something. AF ends the recording right there, says he is not playing anymore, and honestly, I don't blame him. That thing was creepy, but still, I try to convince him to keep going. He's getting close to Jack, He must be. He can't just stop now. He leaves me on red. And for a moment, I thought that was it. The end. But then, after some time, he sends me another video. And I'm not gonna lie, I was actually surprised. Wasn't expecting that at all. But here it is. So let's watch. Okay, now this is a massive cave, way bigger than the others. In the middle there is this angel statue, and below a whole forest. This place feels different, bigger, more mysterious. AF makes his way down, looking around, trying to understand where he even is. And then again there is this really flat wall with campfires inside it. Yeah, I don't even know anymore. This time AF actually types in the chat and we get a reply from Jack. But once again AF just tells him to be quiet. That's it. That's all we get. Why is this guy so stupid? Anyway, he continues through the tunnel, but quickly realizes this path is not it. He almost dies. So he turns back, looking for another way. And eventually he finds something. It looks like a church underwater. border is not wrought for men to know, nor for the faithful to seek. For it was set not by hand of man, but by will beyond, reckoning between the formed and the unformed, the given and the forsaken. Call it not a path, nor a gate, for it opened not by the key, nor prayer. It answereth no voice, yet heard all. Many had gazed upon it, and named it wonder, yet such men knew not what they behold. For it is writ, that which passeth beyond in unbound, from the light, and knoweth no shepherd, the soul that is straight and passed in the sun's in brink, return not as it was, but as it remembered elsewhere. And through the flesh might wander back amongst the living, the spirit walking no longer under his sight. Mark this, O bearer of the world, seek not the age, nor the silence that light after. For beyond the border there is no covenant, no mercy, nor reckoning, only the watching. Okay, so AF found another book, and once again, it's talking about the border. I still don't know what those books are truly about. It feels like a warning. Anyway, right now, AF is inside some kind of underground church cave, with a giant void hole in the middle. As he explores, he finds an armor stance with leather boots, enchanted with Depth Strider. Okay, that's interesting, because if you remember, Jack also had leather boots at the very end of his journey. So once again, it feels like we are following his exact path. AF takes a little break from exploring and crafts himself some gear. He has 9 diamonds, so finally he can craft something like diamond tools. Alright, chestplate is nice too, anyway. He also makes a boat and takes a closer look at the statue. Underneath the statue, there is a cave. AF tries to dive in, almost dies, but it feels intentional. Like this is where he's supposed to go. So he puts on the Depth Strider boots and tries again. Eventually, he makes it through and reaches another cave. And guess what? Another set of armor stands. This time with boots, enchanted with Frost Walker. That is interesting. Now, if you don't know, Frost Walker turns water into ice. Pretty useful. But also, I'm pretty sure it lets you walk over things like fire and campfires without taking damage. So yeah, this is probably the key to crossing that weird campfire tunnel we saw earlier. And it works! AF is surprised himself, and eventually goes into the tunnel again. Alright, what do we have here? Another structure, and this one looks like a castle. At this point, I genuinely don't know what else is this world hiding, but besides looking cool, it feels empty, too empty. There is a lectern, but no book inside, and that's important because we can assume this is the exact place Jack found the bonus book he had at the end. Which means Jack was here, he explored this place, just like AF is doing right now. And whatever was in that book, it was important enough for him to take. As AF explores the rooms, he finds something strange. Something that looks like open secret doors. They lead into some kind of underground canal system. Eventually he reaches a crossroad and decides to go right. Okay, more tunnels. Of course. Same as always, nothing new. So he just keeps going. But eventually, he sees something right in the middle of the tunnel. None were meant to find this place, yet some did follow where the world did falter, and step where no path was laid. It's not our land, yet I know this. There is something here. I have seen marks, I have seen objects, heard movings where none do walk. I do seek it. For I am certain now this place was no left empty. They know it, those before us. I found their traces, though they hid them well. They were searching too, for what I know not, but I shall, I must. For at the edge of this broken world there is a place where it grows thin, and beyond it I have seen a light calling me. It is meant for me, I know it, no turning back. I did not arrive as one entered the place. I was put, cast, as if between. This is no single world, it is broken into parts. Sections, I have come to call them, though I know not if that be their true name. Each different, each holdeth its own shape, its own wrongness, and yet they are bound. I have passed through many now, though I cannot say how. There is purpose here, I feel it, as did they before me. They wandered as I do, seeking, always seeking, but for what? There is an end to this place, and at the end, something is waiting. Okay, what just happened? Where even is AF right now? Wow. Okay, first, that weird illusion tunnel, then that creepy book, and now the floor just disappears beneath him and he falls down into something else. Sections? That's the only way I can describe it. Jack mentioned it before, that he was stuck in sections, so is AF actually close to him now? Probably. These sections are weird. It's like normal Minecraft, but broken. World generation is off. Time is literally frozen. Everything feels wrong, but also normal at the same time. Like it's trying to pretend. Maybe this is what book was warning about. What's beyond the border. But AF, he doesn't question it much. Not really. He just keeps going. Searching, exploring. He must be close to finding the Jack. He is still searching, and he's been doing that for a while now. But the thing is, there is nothing here. No structures, no puzzles, nothing. No instructions or tunnels hinting the way. Just endless paths, going nowhere, or maybe somewhere, perhaps elsewhere. Eventually, he stops. He's been searching for too long, so he tries again to contact Jack. Types in chat, waits, nothing, no reply. And at this point, it starts to feel like Jack isn't here anymore. Maybe he never was. All this time, we assume this was a server. I mean, there are players here, right? But what if that's not true? AF never pressed tab. You know, the player list. The one thing that will confirm who is actually online. Or maybe he did, and there was nothing. Because that's exactly what happens in a single player world. But that doesn't make sense either. We literally saw Jack typing in chat, talking, responding. And yet, at the same time, AF saw something that looked like Jack, but it wasn't him, not really. So what is this place? A server? A world? A dimension that somehow connects both together? I don't know. And AF doesn't either. Maybe Jack isn't there anymore. Maybe he never was. Or maybe he's just much further ahead. Somewhere deeper. Somewhere we can't reach anymore. And if that's true, then whatever is out there, past the border, past the sections, it's not something you find. It's something you get lost in.